Stewart in June. Oh my God, there's a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do we do? Oh, you know who we could ask, the Wuhan novel respiratory coronavirus lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask those scientists, they're like, so, wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan respiratory coronavirus lab, how did this happen? And they're like, oh my God, there's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Oh, I don't know, maybe a steam shovel mated with a cocoa bean. Or it's the, bleep, chocolate factory. Maybe that's it. It's a local specialty. And it's the only place to find bats. You won't find bats anywhere else. Oh, wait. Austin, Texas has thousands of them that fly out of a cave every night at dusk. Is there a coronavirus, an Austin coronavirus? No, there doesn't seem to be an Austin coronavirus. The only coronavirus we have is in Wuhan, where they have a lab called, what's the lab? He added, stop with the logic and people and things. The name of the disease is on the building. Of course, he's right and deserves credit for speaking this truth out loud, especially in front of a gutless, water-carrying, left-wing ideologue like Stephen Colbert. But now Stewart, who is not a stupid man, is pretending to be gobsmacked by the attacks he received from his pals on Stewart. It's kind of the point I was making on Colbert that everybody got mad about, which was, these are just tools, we're the ones that fuck them up. So yeah, it's exciting and connecting and incredibly dangerous, like pretty much everything we've ever made. Hollywood Reporter. You're referencing your June appearance on The Late Show where you went all in on the theory that the coronavirus originated from a lab in China. I couldn't tell if Colbert was entertained by your bit or maybe a little nervous. Stewart. I don't think he was nervous. It's not like he doesn't know what I'm going to say. Listen, how it got to be that if it was a scientific accident, it's conservative, and if it came from a wet market, it's liberal, I don't know. I'm just not sure how that got politicized. But it was an inelegant way to get to a bit that I've done for years, which is our good-intentioned brilliance will more than likely be our demise. The bit is about the last words that man ever utters, which are, hey, it worked. I guess why would Stewart be surprised at this pushback or that the lab leak theory has been politicized? Has Jon Stewart been living in a bubble made of kryptonite these last 20 years? If former President Donald Trump said water is wet, CNN LOL would fact-check it as a lie, Joe Scarborough would accuse him of trying to get people drowned, and Jonah Goldberg would bat cleanup by attacking Trump for being so divisive with his simplistic proclamation. It's just a fact and has been for 20 years, that if a conservative believes it, if a Republican believes it, and certainly if Trump believes it, it is not only wrong, it's Adolf Hitler. As far as being surprised at the pushback, I'll ask again. Why is Stewart surprised? Has he never heard of Nicki Minaj, Rose McGowan, Bill Clinton's victims, Joe Biden's victims? What, Stewart's surprised that he got savaged by the left for stepping off the left-wing plantation? Gee, yeah, that only happens every time someone does that. So no wonder he's picking himself off the floor after being knocked. I'm glad he's telling the truth about the lab leak. I really am. But I've always known Jon Stewart was a disingenuous phony, and little things like this continue to prove me right.